Hello. I am gonna scooch back so that you can see me better, but I am doing 20 minutes of stretching, and I've been trying to get them scheduled so that people can join. And I, in my schedule, don't always know when I'm gonna have time for it, how I'm gonna feel. So I decided right now. I got home, my day was long. I Oh gosh, I did a bunch of stuff today. I went to therapy, I coached a class, but I did some stuff, and so my body is tired, and I can feel that my back line. I did some demoing of some movement um, when I was coaching, and I can feel that my back line needs some support. So we're going to do some rounding through the spine in a seated position and kind of rocking back and forth and feeling the different spaces of it. So I would invite you to grab a blanket and a pillow, maybe a couple. If you have a bolster or you have blocks, whatever you need. We're going to sit and just stretch comfortably in positions. Not quite as long as yin, with some more movement in it because it is later in the day. I've already done a bunch. In yin, you typically want to do it when your body is cold so that your muscles aren't already stretchy. But holding in positions for a longer period of time, like 30 seconds, a minute, minute and a half, that kind of range is really good for you after a busy day. So that's where we're going to get started. We're going to do some breath work real quick. Come down to seated. You can have your legs extended out. I feel some tension in my hip. So I'm going to pop myself up on a blanket so that my hip feels a little bit better. We'll see how that feels. Yeah, already I can tell that that feels better. My body just needs a little bit of extra support in order to come comfortably sit, and that's okay. You might be there too. So coming to easy seated. If this is still not comfortable for you, you can extend the legs out long directly in front of you. We will all eventually come to that position in a moment. But wherever you come to, seated, comfortable, breathing. Notice the way the breath flows in and out of the body. Notice if you have any places that are holding tension for you, uncomfortable spots. Maybe you're sitting with something emotionally and less so physically. Stretching is a great way to tap into that. So, breathing here. Notice the way the shoulders rise as you inhale and the way they fall as you exhale. Inhale, exaggerate that lift up with the shoulders, bringing them toward the ears. And exhale to come down. Inhale forward and up. Exhale back and down. Take your time. We have 3 more full breath cycles around, and then we'll switch directions and go the other way. One more time. Inhale. And exhale down. We're going to find a similar movement, that motion of the joints through a cat-cow in this seated position. Take your hands to the top of your thighs. As you inhale, lift the chin up. Notice how the chest opens naturally. And exhale, bring the chin down. Press back a little bit through that upper back. And then moving into the mid belly first. Pressing forward just a little bit here, opening through the chest as the chin comes up. Exhale at that mid belly, rounding through, letting the chin come down toward the chest. And then coming from the tailbone comes out toward the back of the room, pressing the belly forward slightly, exaggerating that opening through the rib cage. Chin comes up. Exhale, tuck the tailbone first. Feel that engagement through the core as you press the belly back, the rib cage back, and the chin comes down. Follow the flow of your breath, inhaling to come forward and exhaling to round through. You have 2 more breath cycles here, inhaling up and exhaling down. Last time, inhale. The most open your chest and throat have been all day. Exhale, rounding through, bringing the chest as close together as you can before inhaling to come forward through neutral spine. We're going to extend our legs out long. Remove any flesh from your sits bones, allowing the bones of the legs and the hips to come down and touch the mat. Typically, we would draw the toes toward the shins, but in this one, we're going to allow the feet to hang and just be heavy. They can collapse out to the side, however they are comfortable for you. And then we're going to take our pillow and we're going to bring it up to support us. We're going to be finding a gentle rounding through the upper body. So relaxing through those legs, wrapping the arms around the pillow. And we'll begin by tucking the chin toward the chest. Just from the top, taking a moment here. Shoulders still remain stacked over the hips. Relaxing the chin down. And then rock your right ear toward your right shoulder as you inhale. And exhale, let the chin come back down. Then inhale, rock the left ear toward the left shoulder, opening through that right side of the neck. And exhaling through center. Inhale to the right. Exhale to center. Inhale to the left. And exhale to center. Take your time in the movements, not rushing through, but noticing those sticky spots, those moments of discomfort. Pausing in those spaces and allowing the breath to fill into there and release whatever you're holding on to. Take one more breath each side. And exhaling to meet in the center. Inhale, lift the chin and sit tall. Maybe adjust through the hips so that your upper body can sit tall. We're moving to that mid back, so allowing the chin to come down and pressing the rib cage back, finding a gentle opening through the backside body. The pillow is here to give you something tactile to hold on to. We're not squeezing the pillow though, just using it to stabilize and support us and feel it against our skin in the position. I feel this over the tops of my shoulders and in between my shoulder blades. I notice that my feet are starting to pull toward my shins, and that's okay, but I'm going to work to relax them down, not holding that tension, but just letting the body be heavy in the lower body and opening through that backside in this position. Take one more moment. And then inhale to come up through seated. You might keep the pillow here, or you might drop it down, extending it however you need to, so that it's just more at about your belly button line. If you need more support than that, that's totally fine. However you need to hold. I'm going to try here a little taller. And we're going to allow the belly to press back and then rounding through the upper spine, letting the chin come down. We're meant to be rounded in this position. We're not going to be rocking side to side or doing any major movement outside of this kind of linear plane, this sagittal plane. But just rounding in here, feeling the stretch through the backside body and that compression on the front side body. Your arms might be comfortable there, or they might be more comfortable coming down to the side. That's okay. However you need to move so that you can let your upper body be heavy and feel that stretch. Gravity will do the work here in this posture. Notice the way the breath compresses here. Might feel like it's become shallow. And working to pull that air into the lungs and expand it through the backside body. I notice my left shoulder trying to creep up toward my ear. So working to use the muscles of the back to pull that shoulder down. I'm going to let my head relax down here. This posture might look completely different in your body, but as long as you're feeling some sort of stretch through the backside of your body, you're doing it right. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to be able to feel every muscle. You just have to feel a stretch through your back. We're going to move into some compression of the backside body and stretching open of the front side body next. But from here, we're going to make sure that chin is tucked down toward the chest. And then starting at the base of the spine, one vertebrae at a time, you're stacking it up over the hips, keeping the body rounded for as long as you possibly can in order to come up to that seated position. The last thing to come up should be your chin. And then bringing those shoulders, just relaxing them at your side, not squeezing the shoulder blades together, but just letting the arms be heavy next to you. We're going to remove the pillow and come over to laying on the mat on our belly. We're going to do some stretching through the backside. So first we're going to come to our hands and knees, moving through that cat-cow position. Palms are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. I'll turn just a little bit so you can see here. And then press down all four corners of the hands into the mat and wrap the elbow armpits toward the front of the room. Find a little tuck of your tailbone so that you can feel your pelvic floor engage and your belly engage. And then press the tops of the feet down into the mat, finding that stability in the position. If at any point this becomes uncomfortable on your wrists, you can come down to your elbows, or you can push back and come to a kneeling position. I'm going to adjust myself a little bit here. I notice this left shoulder again trying to creep up toward my ear. So I'm going to press it down, make sure I feel that engagement through the back of my body. And then as I inhale, my tailbone comes up, my belly comes down, my chest opens, and the chin comes up. I feel a big stretch through my front side body, and that compression is in my back. I'm going to take one more big breath in here. And as I exhale, my tailbone tucks, rounding through that low back before pressing the rib cage up. The head comes down and the chin comes to the chest. Inhale, tailbone comes up. Exhale, tailbone comes down. Follow the flow of your breath, inhaling to come down into your cow pose. Exhaling to round through into your cat. You have 3 more full breath cycles here. Take your time in the movements, no rushing. On your next inhale, come through neutral spine, flat back. We're going to walk ourselves down to our elbows, bringing the belly down and the hips down. I'm going to switch back just a little bit. There we go. So we're finding a figure 11 with our hands. Our elbows should be right underneath our shoulders, and we should be able to reach across and touch our other bicep. For a long time, I thought I meant I needed to be able to grab my full bicep, and that's incorrect positioning for me. So just being able to graze your other bicep is totally fine. And then plant your palms down. We're going to start by relaxing down in the posture first. Let the body be heavy. There might be a little bit of instability in the shoulders, and that's okay. Not sinking down so far that it hurts you, but just kind of a relaxation of the joints and that holding. I'm going to take one more moment here. And then we're going to engage through our shoulders and press them down and away from the ears. The chin comes up. creating that opening through the front side body and that compression through the back side body. Notice if you're holding the glutes and allow them to relax. Keeping the work in the back to do the stretch through the front. I'm of the opinion that a muscle that is hurting is a muscle that isn't used enough. And so frequently people talk about their low back hurting, and I direct them to work on their core strength. But there's also a component of strength that needs to come from that back area in order to stabilize whatever else we're doing. So now I want you to engage through the glutes and squeeze and press the hips into the ground. Press the belly against the ground and create some height through the upper body. Holding the engagement here. That stability, that core strength that we're feeling right now by holding and pressing the belly against the ground, we need that in order to expand this stretch or to deepen this stretch. So this might be just fine for you here, or you might walk the palms underneath the shoulders. Let the chest come down for a moment. And then take that big belly breath, feeling the breath press against the mat. And then hold it there. Don't let the belly come in as you extend through the arms, pressing the chest up. This is your cobra pose. Notice if your shoulders are coming up toward the ears, press them down and away, finding that length through the arms, but not locking out through the elbows. We're holding this here for 3, 2, 1. Press the hips back, take the knees wide and the toes tucked together. You might keep the arms extended out long if that feels good for you, or you might bend at the elbows to support the upper body. As you press the hips back, letting the chest come down and the head come down and relax heavy against the mat. If you'd like some stabilizing, you might use your blanket and support yourself here. I'm going to give myself a little support. So coming down, letting my body be heavy. Hey, Camo, I'm recording. Could you be a little quieter, please? Thank you. Got just a couple more moments here in this posture. Feel the stretch between the hips. I'm going to adjust and come up just a bit here. And then as you're ready, walking yourself back up toward kneeling, removing any props that you have, shifting the legs to one side to come to seated. You can come to easy seated pose if you'd like, or you might have the legs extended out long. Let the shoulders be heavy for a moment here. No, no, thank you. Hmm. Taking one more breath in as you reach the arms up overhead. Palms come together, coming through heart center. Tuck the chin toward the chest and allow the eyes to close. Thank you for stretching with me today. Namaste. Puppy dog. Just a good dog. Yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing, puppy dog? Hi. She's my good dog. Oh, scratchies. Yeah, give me scratchies, huh? Boop. Hi. Hi, hi, hi. What are you doing? What are you doing, you big dorky dog? Yeah, hi. Mm-hmm. You're so jealous. You fell down. Hi. Oh, yuck, don't lick me. No, thank you. It's a good dog. Yeah, you're a good dog.